You cannot be lonely if you like the person you're alone with. Your wound is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Close some doors today, not because of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they lead you nowhere. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Shallow men believe in luck. Strong men believe in cause and effect. The things that you consider to be yours own you far more than you own them. The journey to your success will always begin with the small step of taking a chance. You'll ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. The good life is not one immune to sadness, but one in which suffering contributes to our development. One of the fastest ways to improve your life is to simply do what you said you were going to do. Your future self is watching you through your memories. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. Change the person in the mirror, and your world will change. You can waste your lives drawing lines, or you can live your life crossing them. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the book. The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. If you hate starting over, stop quitting. Whatever the mind can think and perceive, it can achieve. Hope itself is like a star, not to be seen in the sunshine of prosperity, and only to be discovered in the night of adversity. You can't turn back the clock, but you can wind it up again. One finds limits by pushing them. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking permission. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. The limits of the possible can only be defined by going beyond them into the impossible. Sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment. You are willing to pay those payments with pain because pain is just a message. When you are fixing something that's insufficient in your life, we feel guilty when we no longer want to associate with old friends who have not changed. But this is the price and marker of growth. The real man smiles in trouble, gathers strength from distress, and grows brave by reflection. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. Adversity introduces a man to himself. If the path is beautiful, let us not ask where it leads. If someone's words do not match their actions, get away from them. In every success story, you will find someone who has made a courageous decision. Your life becomes so peaceful when your anger for the people who hurt you turns into sympathy for them. Don't be afraid to do things by yourself. Waiting for other people will cause you to miss out on some wonderful things in life. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. You have to walk and create the way by your walking. You will not find a ready-made path. The greatest thing you can give yourself is freedom from what others think. You cannot be afraid to disappoint people. You have to live the life you want to live. At some point, you will realize no one else has a say in your life unless you let them. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. All we are is the result of all we have thought. The task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you. The time you kill does not die without avenging itself. Don't carry your mistakes around with you. Instead, place them under your feet and use them as stepping stones to rise above them. Folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. There is meaning in every journey that is unknown to the traveler. Wake up determined and go to bed satisfied. It's always too early to quit. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Just because your path is different from others doesn't mean you're lost. It is difficult to make the right choice if you fear choosing wrongly. Courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. You are always one decision away from a totally different life. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. Go forth on your path, as it exists only through your walking. We are all faced with a series of great opportunities, brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. You can waste your lives drawing lines, or you can live your life crossing them. You have to accept whatever comes, and the only important thing is that you meet it with the best you have to give. The art of living lies less in eliminating our troubles than in growing with them. Life isn't something you possess, it's something you take part in. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. There is hope, even when your brain tells you there isn't. You only fail when you stop trying. Maybe the path that scares you the most is the one you need to take. Adversity has the effect of eliciting talents, which in prosperous circumstances would have lain dormant. Never lose hope. Storms make people stronger and never last forever. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Sometimes carrying on, just carrying on, is a superhuman achievement. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Adversity is not a detour. It is part of the path. Some day is not a day of the week. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. On the other side of the storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. Raise your sail and begin. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards. Hard times may have held you down, but they will not last forever. When all is said and done, you will be increased. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. Be brave to stand for what you believe in, even if you stand alone. The world stands aside to let anyone pass who knows where he is going. You can have it all, just not all at once. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. Although the world is full of suffering, it is full also of the overcoming of it. Change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Difficulties are meant to rouse, not discourage. The human spirit is to grow strong by conflict. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The things you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things you do for others remain as your legacy. Remember, no effort that we make to attain something beautiful is ever lost. Courage is found in unlikely places. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Forever is composed of nows. A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions. Sometimes you have to lose all you have to find out who you truly are. You have to be where you are to get where you need to go. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Time is what we want most, but what we use worst. Courage is the power to let go of the familiar.